Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and whatever time you are watching this video. Happy Friday to you. And I'm going to just wait a minute to see if anybody jumps on. It is Friday, June 26th. It's time for the weekly wrap up. And at the end of the wrap up, I'm going to give you some 5 reasons on why you should podcast with a podcast group. And then we're going to talk a little bit about some new stuff that HMG is doing as well. So, welcome everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week. If anybody's on, the one person's on, if you can, everything sound good. Somebody make a comment in the bottom. That'd be great. All right, we're going to get started. Again, this is a weekly wrap up. Here's what happened with the shows this week on HMG. We're going to start it off with the Arms Room. They had a special guest in talking about running, pros and cons of running. Arms Room does their show every Monday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you're in Arizona, you know that daylight savings and stuff. Arizona doesn't change their clock, so check that out. I believe they're on actually be 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right now. But check them out every Monday, 11 a.m. The Arms Room. They always put on a great show. They've been one of HMG's original shows. They came over from an older platform, so check them out. Next up, we got the 5-paragraph business plan with Michael J. Penny. This week, he has special guest Dave Burlin. Hey, Shad, good morning to you. Be talking about you here in just a minute, so don't go too far. 5-paragraph. Dave Burlin was on the show. DaveMeansBusiness.com. Dave is a Marine Corps veteran, city leader for Bunker Labs, I believe in Las Vegas. He's also a speaker, coach, and consultant. He's a change agent, growth hacker with holistic approach to business development in areas of community culture, sales, and leadership development. Listen, if you are a business owner or you're in a management type position, the 5-paragraph business plan is something that you want to have. Basically, it's a 5-paragraph op order that the military uses, and it's converted into a business plan strategy. Check it out, 5paragraph.com. Get your copy today. All right, next up, Challenge Extended presents track and field star AJ Digby. This was a great interview. AJ, amazing athlete. And Challenge Extended, if you have not checked out any of their podcasts, I believe they got about 18 episodes up now. They recently started with us earlier this year. And they are part of an organization that just recently had changed their name, or they've done some restructure. They are Move United Sports. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Move United Sports. You got to check them out. A lot of Paralympic athletes that they interview and adaptive athletes and whatnot. And the stories that they have are just absolutely amazing. So check them out. Again, that is Challenge Extended podcast brought to you in part by Move United Sports. Next up, we have Heroes Hope from the Heroes Hope Network. This week, they talk with United States Army NCO veterans and retirees. It's a Facebook group, and they talk with about PTSD and some of the things that are going on in the veteran community and what you can do to help out. So check that out. This Heroes Hope. Next up, one of our new shows, or newer shows, I should say. The Gary BRUGMAN podcast. Gary's a Coast Guard veteran, and this week His topic is, what are we going to do about things being destroyed here in America? You got to listen to it. It's a pretty moving episode. Um, Obviously, we live in a crazy world right now. So, I mean, check it out. That's the Gary Brogman podcast. And listen, real quick, you can find all these shows on your favorite uh, podcast app, wherever you're listening to podcasts. Personally, we would like for you to go to heroesmediagroup.com. You click on the show page, and you can find a list of all the shows that are part of our network. All right, next up, Shad. I don't know if you're still on, buddy, but this is you, buddy. Here we go. Hey, Andrew. Good morning. Next up, we have Heroes Unite. Heroes Unite with the People's Patriot Project. They do a Got Your Six at 6 every Sunday. You have to check it out. They do it on a Facebook, they do a Zoom call. It's on Facebook Live. It's Got Your Six at 6. It's I don't want to say a happy hour, but it's they get a bunch of vets on there. Last week they had one of our very own John Krotek on there. And Andrea Shad, if you guys are watching, I believe it is every Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. But check that out. Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Veterans Unite and the People's Patriot Project. Check it out. Loving it. Loving it. Felix, what's up, buddy? Long time. Yeah, so check that out every Sunday. Got Your Six at 6. Next up, let me see here. Where was I? Okay, here we go. Time to Shine Today with Scott Ferguson. Scott does a show every, let's see here, 5 days a week. His most recent one, he interviews with master networker Wendy Calverley, and they talk about, when you're having conversations with people, sometime in that conversation, you should be asking, "How can I help you?" Should come out of your mouth. It's a great episode. You got to take a listen to it. That's Time to Shine Today with Scott Ferguson. Make sure you check that out. What else do we have here? Buzz, what's up? How you guys doing? All right, good stuff. Glad to see you all on here. Happy Friday, everybody. Love you all. Appreciate the love and support. Next up, we got Straight Outta Combat. Straight Outta Combat Radio talks with U.S. Navy SEAL veteran Marvin Gonzo Gonzalez. And the topic of this week's show is Immigrant Son, Family is Important. This one kind of pulls at the heartstrings a little bit. You got to listen to this. It's a great show. It's pretty powerful. Take a listen to Marvin's story. Let me see here. What else we got here? Hey, I appreciate it, Felix. Thank you. Give Gina a hug for me. Andrew loves you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we got a couple more here, and then I'm going to get into the 5 reasons on why you should be podcasting with a group. But next up, we're not done yet. We're back up here. Next up, we have the power of investing in people with our dear friend Shay Sparks. This week, she talks with Lori Stubrick about leading with grit. Lori shares her story on how leading with grit has transformed the people that invest in her workshops, her books, and everything that she does. So check that out. All right, how you doing? Glad to see so many of you on this morning. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I'm blushing, really. Last up, last show that we have this week, or at least that's up now. Of course, we always have stuff that come out this weekend, so make sure you come back over the weekend. Excuse me. Broken and Blessed. This week we talk about heroes. Myself and James Boggs we talk about heroes and what are heroes to you. I'm not talking. We don't talk about the heroes in a sense of what we see on TV or in Hollywood movies or stuff like that. We're talking like everyday heroes. Like, who is your hero? Those of you that are watching that are listening to this later on, who are your everyday heroes, or who do you consider a hero? And one of the things that we do on the Broken and Blessed show is at the end of every show, we end the show with a passage from the Bible. And listen, those of you, not everybody believes in God and whatnot, and that's fine. This show wouldn't be for you then. But I encourage you to take a listen to it because it might be, and you just don't know it yet. So this week, the passage was John 15:13. I want to share it with you all today. Greater love has no one than this, to lie down one's life for one's friend. Pretty powerful, right? Especially in what's going on in the world today. So good stuff. What else do we got here? Bella's great. Oh, wow. Felix, give her a hug for me. Kids are growing up quick. David, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Germano Advertising. Oh, you guys are. Lindsay, I'm smiling more today, right? All right, listen. I want to talk something to you guys real quick about podcasting. Why you should have a podcast in a podcast group. And you know what? I'm going to say this. I think here's 5 reasons why you should do a podcast in a podcast group. 5 reasons why you should do a podcast with Heroes Media Group. First and foremost, increase listenership. We got a lot of people on here. We can help you out when you post a show. We do stuff like this now on the weeks. Every week we come on and we want to help kind of brand you guys' brand and whatnot. I'm going to get ahead of myself here. I got to stick to my little script that I have here. So number 1, increase listenership. Number 2, maximize exposure. Right? You can't do it all by yourself. Right? Number 3, it's cost effective. It's really not that bad. A lot of people think you got to go out and buy the most expensive stuff, and you got to do this and you got to do that. It's very cost effective. Number 4, you get to meet cool people and grow your network. It's a lot of fun. I think we go to a lot of events and whatnot. I've got to meet a ton of people over the last 9, 10, 11 years that I've been podcasting. So it's been great. And number 5, you get to be a part of something that's making a positive impact. A positive impact. You're adding value. And more importantly, this kind of ties in with 5. I said this before, but you get support in growing your brand. So a lot of people start podcasting and they think they have to do it on their own, and there can be a lot to it. I tell people that podcasting can be a part-time job. There's a lot to it. There can be a lot to it, but it doesn't have to be. There are people out here, there are organizations out there such as Heroes Media Group. We're here to help. So if you're listening, if you're watching this and you thought about doing a podcast, damn it, give me a call. Give me a call, put a message, make a comment below, and reach out to us. We'd love to help you out, get your podcast started. Or if you have a podcast up right now and you're looking to get kind of that extra nudge, give us a shout. We'd love to help you out. All right? So those are my 5 reasons. And I'm going to put those 5 reasons up below here after the video. So make sure that stuff gets up for you. I think I could probably do that now, but I have a hard time multitasking sometimes. So, and before we close out today, what I want to do is, let me see if that works. Ha! Look at that. Couple sponsors. Green Zone Hero. If you're a business owner and you're not on a business directory, this one is great. Green Zone Hero. Check it out. They got a lot of cool tools. I can't talk, excuse me. Greenzonehero.com. Check them out. It's a business directory. If you value, heroes and freedom, get your business on there. They're running a special right now. If you fill out the information, mention HMG that you heard from HMG, and they'll give you a discount on a 1-year membership on this business directory. They got some big names like Boarhead, Harley Davidson, and some of these other big organizations on this business directory. It's really cool. I use it quite a bit, actually. I love it. So greenzonehero.com. Also want to I gotta shamelessly plug HMG coffee. We have a blend that's been out for a couple years called Heroes United. Right now, what we're doing with we had partnered with our roaster Rick's Roasters, and if you go to the Heroes Media Group website on the store page, there's a coffee section. You click on that, and we have about 6 more blends that we're working on right now that we're going to between now and Christmas. We're going to have them all out. Anytime you purchase a bag of coffee of Heroes United, a percentage of the proceeds are going to go back to nonprofit organizations that support Heroes. Now, those of you that are new to Heroes Media Group, we consider Heroes, law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, really anybody in the medical field, um, educators, and then there's a clergy piece to it as well. So anything that you guys do, it's great coffee. That's what I drink. Of course, I made it, but check that out. And in closing for this week, think for yourselves, smile a lot, and do something fun this weekend. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys this week. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Uh, Buzz, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, brother. All right. Ron, happy Red Friday, brother. Yes, absolutely. Keep up the good work. All of you that made a comment this morning, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week.